G'day everyone. So today's video is going to be about why do spiritual people always feel so tired? And if you're experiencing fatigue and just not wanting to get out of bed as a spiritual person, even if you've gone through a spiritual awakening already, or if you're currently going through one and you're experiencing this fatigue, we can just explore and see some reasons as what might be the cause. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but here we can come together and explore and discuss in the comments if this could be true. But my theory is that essentially tiredness can be an emotion, an emotional response, rather than just a lack of energy. And the way to think about this is, we say that we feel tired, meaning that it's a feeling, it's an emotional response, rather than, a actual physical reality of, oh, I don't have enough calories burning in my body right now, when in fact you do. You just still feel tired somehow. So there's this logical and sort of emotional side to it. And so a lot of the time you can be, or I can be, like eating a great diet, getting enough sleep, even more sleep than necessary, and still waking up feeling tired. And I thought, why is that? And essentially, there is this process in our brain which makes us feel tired to conserve energy. You can think about the way we evolved as humans, the law of conservation of energy. We need to conserve our energy, or else we exert too much, we could die. And so when your brain thinks that a task is too big to complete, or pointless, or it's not worth completing at all, then your body makes you feel tired as a response, so that you don't bother and that you don't waste that energy because you think that it's pointless. And if your brain is right and it is pointless and it makes you feel tired, and then you don't do it, well, then that's a win. That's a success from your brain's perspective. So it's important to think of it as a emotional response of, this task is pointless, I'm never going to complete this, so what's the point? Now I feel tired, so I don't do it. And then that's a success in your brain's mind. So how do we fix this? I would say, for me personally, it is finding value in what's making you tired. So, for example, we might just backtrack for a bit here. Lots of spiritual people, when I went through my awakening, you start to be confronted by the truths of the world, and what the world is really like, how banks are extorting us, and the elite, and all these things that are wrong with our world, essentially. And then you sort of figure out that your mind and isn't your body, and start to figure out that you have a spirit, you have a body, you have a mind, and you start to figure out there's more to life than just the physical. So then naturally what comes next is sort of a disregard for the physical. What's the point in engaging with the physical? Because I'm just a spirit after all. So that is sort of the point that I got to, and I was feeling tired all the time. And so it's important to realize that we are a soul choosing to have a physical experience. So we actually, much like a video game, when you play a video game, there's rules and limitations and specific objectives and goals, which keeps you engaged in the game. And so, you can go and play a game right now, and if you start to look up all the cheat codes and get all the best items in the game right now, the game becomes boring instantly. So think about that like life. If life didn't have, this physical rule set and limitations, then it would be no fun. We sort of, our spirit chose to have this experience so that we could have fun, learn, and create from a space of limitation. Because in creativity, at least, limitations can be good to help you create in constraints. It can actually boost your creativity and simplify things for you, so you're not paralyzed by all this choice. So when you simplify things, you can actually become more creative. And so that's kind of what our soul chose to do. So it's important to understand that we came here for a reason, and to experience these things. And so the next thing is to actually find value in these things that are making you tired. So whether it is your job in the matrix, or it is, like a job that you can't get out of, or just tasks around the house, or whatever it is, figure out how that is providing value to you. So how those things actually serve you. And it's important to ask yourself the questions, because that causes the brain to fire down these neural pathways. So like a certain thought is just like a chain of neurons firing, right? And so the old chain of neurons is saying, oh, here's this task. It fires down, oh, I'm tired. But if you start to ask yourself the questions, how does this task sustain me? How does this task make my life better? Then you're training yourself to fire in the opposite direction of, I'm no longer feeling tired, I want to do this because it provides me value. And so, yeah, just invite yourself to look at it from a different perspective. So if it is your job that is training you, just notice how maybe is this job allowing me to eat? Is this job allowing me to have a roof over my head? These things. And also, like, how is this job allowing me to invest in myself in the future also? So frame it in a positive way, that it's actually bringing you towards what you would actually like to do. You might be saving money so that you can start a business or something like this. So it's reframing around how these tasks are actually serving you, first of all. And then the second part is creating the tasks, cutting them down into more digestible chunks, so that your brain doesn't look at it and see just a huge mountain and go, there's no point in climbing that, so I'm just going to feel tired and not do it. And so instead, it's kind of like saying, I want to do my passion for work, for what I do, and then expecting to have like a 10k 20k a month business right off the bat. And you look at that and you go, oh well, there's no point in even starting, because that's such a huge goal. But instead, if you just focused on making your first dollar, making your first free, doing your first free client with a testimonial, your first $10, your first $100, then you get the ball rolling, and you'll find that you get a reward from that, and you no longer feel tired. So, so finding value in these tasks that make you feel tired, and then chopping them down into smaller, more rewarding chunks, where your brain is actually seeing, oh, I can get this done, and then I can get this done, and then I can get this done, instead of seeing, an impossible task, and then you see that task and you just go, no, I'm too tired for that. I'm conserving energy now. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, hope this helped. Hope this brings about a new perspective. If anyone needs to chat, I'll leave my Instagram link down below. Free chat. You need help, support, anything, just message me. And if you're seeing my channel for the first time, you might never see me again. So if you want to see me again, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.